What's going on, guys? This is Cam from Solvex Media. In today's video, we're going to be looking at ways to increase Booty Band's conversion rate from 1.5% to 2%, and this is going to be backed by science. We've spent $5 million on ads, we've generated $30 million in sales, and we've conducted over 1,500 split tests to identify what's going to get the most amount of people to pull out their credit card and purchase. So I'm super excited to demonstrate to you guys some of the suggestions we're going to make, and more importantly, I'm going to reference a lot of sites in the D2C space that are absolutely killing it when it comes to some of these pages, so you guys can understand when we do come in how scientifically we will get more people to want to do business with you guys, so you guys can make a lot more money and get your paid advertising to a point where it's much more profitable. The above the fold section is the most important section on any website. 9 out of 10 people read your headline. 1 out of 10 people read the rest of your body copy. Okay? There's something called the grunt test, and the grunt test basically says within 5 seconds, you need to answer 3 questions. Who are you? What can you do for me? And most importantly, are you the most viable solution within the space you're operating within? If you fail to answer any of those questions, the bounce rate on your site will be very, very high. And what the bounce rate is the percentage of people who actually leave your website within 5 seconds. Most websites today, they have a bounce rate of upwards of 70%, meaning they lose 70% of their traffic without being able to even demonstrate their product. It's a huge error a lot of businesses are making, and it's costing them a lot of money. And I guarantee you it's costing you guys a lot of money as well. So when we look at this headline, what do we need to do? Well, one, we need to basically show that end benefit someone's going to be getting if they utilize this product, right? That big aha moment. When it comes to your products, you guys need to tell an aspirational story, because we are all on a quest of reaching a better form of ourselves. Now, how can we show our products as the bridge between where you're currently at to where you're going to have your best body? Okay, and we need to get super specific, and we need to pique curiosity, because everyone today is preaching the same message, same old message. And our brains, we're much more sophisticated. The end user today is much more sophisticated. And if you have a broad message that doesn't get specific, you've already lost half the battle. So what we would do differently here is make your headline very, very clear, show that end user exactly what they're going to be getting. And then we would add like a subtext. Right now, I would assume this is your subtext. Your subtext needs to be your unique selling proposition and reaffirming basically that big benefit that you're going to be promising in your headline. And that's going to be tied in with your unique selling proposition. So let me show you guys an example. Now, this is not a great example, but this is basically a sexual enhancement product that's helping men just sexually perform better. As you can see, headline, you can immediately understand exactly what you're going to be getting if you utilize these products. But then we talk about their unique selling proposition and exactly how we're going to be delivering on that big promise. And that's exactly what you guys need to be doing. If you're saying, we're going to show you how to get your best body, or we're going to help you get to your best body, why is it? Is it because you have some patented technology? Is it because you've helped thousands of females achieve X result? You need to get a lot more specific, because vague messaging just throws you into the pool of everyone else who's screaming the same stuff over and over again. So that's very, very important. What we would do here differently, okay, I love that you have a get results or money back guarantee, but we can literally put an icon right here that showcases your money back guarantee. We can clear up your headline. We can add the subtext right here. And what we would do here is we would say, instead of pushing people to view products, we would add this percentage right here, save 10% today. I guarantee you the click-through rate on this particular button will increase at least 20 to 25% by pushing this right over here. And as opposed to getting people to take that next step and saying you have to use code SAVE10, you'll basically initiate that within this collection. We've automatically applied a 10% code. Then again, pushing people to where you want them to be pushed to, which is where they can see your products. This way, as opposed to your bounce rate being very, very high, you've gotten someone to take that next step, which is very, 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 very powerful, because I'm a big believer that consumption precedes conversions. The more one consumes, the likelier they are to purchase. There's scientific, there's studies that we've seen that show the longer one spends on your site, the likelier they are to purchase. So taking it a step further, when we have your guarantee front and center, now we're basically utilizing all the real estate we have on the above the fold section. And the last question we fail to answer is, are we the most viable solution within the space we're operating within? Right here, we can add social proof. So let's say, based off the image that you guys are utilizing, this product is just for females. So what I would say is trusted by 10,876 females. Bam. Now you've added social proof and you've answered all 3 questions. Who are you? What can you do for me? And most importantly, are you the most viable solution within the space you're operating? And that social proof right here is going to get people to understand that, look, this is proven. This is something that's helped people get results. And that in itself is a huge value add. One thing you guys are doing incorrectly, big time, is you have way too much of this real estate being used on how you guys are giving a 10% discount. I might not be a discount buyer. I might be someone who's looking to buy the best of the best, a premium product. And I don't want to be screamed at with discounts left and right when I don't even know what you're offering. So this is absolutely horrible, guys. Remember, if you want to sell a premium product, you need to position yourself completely different. This type of messaging, discount here, discount there, is for very, very warm audiences, people who've already engaged, seen your message, and they haven't purchased. But someone who's completely cold, it's taking away from your core brand value, which is like, guys, we're selling premium booty bands and barbells, premium. we are the most viable solution. We are a step ahead of everyone else, because the second you become discount this, well, what do I think subconsciously? These guys are going to have a cheap product because they're giving discounts left and right. Do you want to compete on price or do you want to compete on value? So use this real estate to convey value, not that you're the cheapest price. Would this be okay if you guys had a 50-50 split between warm traffic and cold traffic? Of course. Would it be much more suitable for maybe a landing page? Sure. But a website which is designed to educate, inform, and position you far ahead from your competition, this is definitely not the right use of this real estate. Okay? So that's where we would change things. And one other thing, the navigation component is big. I don't know where your traffic is coming from, but let's say you guys are going across, worldwide, right? If you're going worldwide, we definitely need currency exchanger. But let's say you're just targeting US. This is way too much right now. Okay. I'm a bit confused because you got a bunch of options and I don't even know what you guys are offering right now. What I would do is I would condense this to 3 to 4 links. We call this the money navigation section, where you have to put your best selling products front and center, or your best selling categories front and center. So barbell, great. Home gym, bands, remove shop all, and remove all of this. Move this to the left, and then that should be fine. So this way, people aren't overwhelmed immediately coming to the site and seeing all this thrown at them. Now, if you want changes on the above the fold section, there's going to be a big percentage of people that now want to continue to read. So that's very, very important. And what do you guys do? You jump into selling your products. Big, big, big mistakes. Once again, we're commoditizing our offer by going straight for the sale. We need to build value before justifying a purchase. So have we built any value? Sure, we had a killer headline. Yes, we showed social proof, but we haven't built enough intrigue to get someone to pull out their credit card. So what can we do differently? Well, we can basically present your categories in a way that is that end benefit that someone's going to be getting. So eat healthier, experience the transformation, sculpt your body. 3 category pages, okay, right here, that's showing people that end benefit that one may desire. Is it that I want to eat healthy? Is it that I want to sculpt my body? Is it that transformation I'm looking for? So that way you've basically found a way to not only show people, and this will definitely be huge for your site map, which is guiding that end user to that place they want to be at the right way by showing them the benefit and then pushing them to the right section. And when you do push them to the right section, you should have individual categories for just the transformation, for just the nutrition. For example, and this is going to be big for you guys SEO wise, is on those collection pages or category pages, whatever you want to call it, it's actually real estate you guys can use SEO wise. And I'll explain not only SEO wise, but pre-framing and pre-educating people on what that category is. So here, look at what Miracle does right here. So imagine you guys get people to click on, look, I want to get better nutrition, right? And that's just one of your collections. Well, now you can talk about everything in terms of how you're going to help someone to live a healthier life through what they're intaking in terms of their diet. Huge amount of real estate here for you to sell and then showcase those products. It's much more categorized and it's going to better the user experience significantly. Okay. So that would be the next section on this particular page. Now you guys got social proof, which is great, but the social proof on mobile does not look good. Okay. So we need to clean that up aesthetically. And just the point, a horizontal assortment shows a lot more credibility and variety in one's mind than a vertical assortment. So right now, since you guys have everything vertically, it seems like you have less, as opposed to you sort of stacking everything horizontally. It's going to seem like it's more. So if you guys had, say, a 3x3 grid where you're showcasing all these testimonials and you sort of have the same style, your message would seem as if you have a lot more testimonials than you're actually showing. Build your home gym with 3 easy steps. I have no idea what a home gym consists of, right? So literally finding a way where you can actually showcase all the options is going to significantly increase the number of people who actually click on this, because one's definition of a home gym differs from person to person. Like what kind of equipment, there's so many questions, right? You don't want people guessing. It's as simple as that. So if you have different size bars, different color bars, why not literally have a tab that explains in further detail? If you have weights, is it do you only have 5 and 10 pounds, or do you guys have 100 pounds as well? Because you can't really segment your audience when you're pushing people to a website, right? And that's very, very important. So, and a lot of this real estate, guys, it's just unnecessary. Bestsellers, the benefits of your company, awesome. We would cut it into 3 and have it front and center, maybe above the fold section, or below the above the fold section, and that would be great. So for example, a company that does a great job of this is MyOV. Okay, so you can see they got their value prop front and center. So when someone does come to this site, they know exactly what sets this company apart. And this is what I was talking about, guys. When it comes to shopping by their goal and how you can categorize and segment your audience and push them to the right section, they do a phenomenal job right here. Okay. So now you guys have mentioned get results or your money back as a guarantee, but we don't see anything around that on the rest of the page. You need to reinforce that purchase because people's attention span is very, very low. When you look at some of these companies that are spending big dollars on ads, they're constantly emphasizing their guarantee front and center. I always say you either burden a higher customer acquisition cost or you burden the risk of a potential return by having your guarantee all around the place. That's why, like, for example, at Solvex Media, when it comes to website design and development, we're like, look, if you don't like the website we build, you simply don't pay, and making sure that guarantee is specific to that end user. This is very, very important because we've seen that 100% money back guarantee everywhere, right? But what does get results mean? Getting super specific is very, very important because my definition of results might be adding 10 pounds of muscle. Another person's definition might be losing 10 pounds. So having a section where you reinforce it and make it seem like this is the booty bands guarantee, it will make your messaging so much damn stronger. Okay? So much damn stronger. 15-minute workouts. Get part of the community. Sign up to get 15 tips on. Okay. See if I have any other thing we would sort of look to build in terms of telling your story, right? Because one thing I think you guys definitely fail to do on this particular page is telling the story of how you're going to help someone get from a point where they're dissatisfied with their body and now they're enthusiastic to show it off. And this image, I love it because it's so expressive. It's like your target demographic, showing them how, people of all sizes are utilizing this product and they're getting exactly to where they're looking to get to with smiles and all that type of stuff. And that's phenomenal visually. And we fail to do more of that throughout the page, right? People relate to humans much more than they relate to physical products. So we need to sort of find a way to not only showcase more imagery of that end benefit people are going to be getting to, but sort of telling that transformational story in a way that's unique to them and them only. For example, when we were selling this product, guys, this added an increase of 10% in conversions by us just adding this particular section because we really understood our target audience to a T, and then we spoke to them. Most people, they wouldn't add an element like this, but this was a landing page. So we were like, let's test it out, right? It doesn't hurt to test it out. And we just felt like we knew what this audience is going through. Feel uncomfortable, unconfident, unfit, feel like you don't have enough time. Whatever is holding you back ends here. Travel time to the gym, back-to-back meetings, appointment, kid pickups. We know all your objections. We know all the difficulties you're facing. And this is why we've introduced this product that addresses X, Y, and Z. So when someone goes through this, they're going to be like, this company understands me so much better. And this is where you differentiate yourself by just being a commoditized business where you're selling a commodity and you're competing on price. Because when you compete on price, it's basically the race to the bottom. And on this particular website, the story you've told has not built enough value towards a particular target audience to get them to say, this guy gets me. I'm willing to pay a premium of 20, 30, 40% because they just better understand me. And I think this is going to get me closer to either pleasure or further away from pain in the fastest and the most efficient manner. So that would really be what I would suggest on this particular homepage. Now going into the product page, there's no visual hierarchy here. You've already lost me because where is my eye supposed to keen in on? What am I supposed to look at? How do I understand exactly what this product's going to do for me? Outside of that, like this image is absolutely horrible because it's just a stock image and it doesn't really show me what I'm going to be getting. And here you're talking about how it's sculpt and tone barbell plus 4 free gifts. So what you need to do here is literally, okay, so these are all the products. What we would do is literally label it. You don't want people trying to guess what your offering is. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we would say bonus, 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 bonus. So now when I come to the site, I feel like, oh my God, they're going to give me that much value all at once, right? Because when you look at an image similar to what I'm trying to articulate, it just seems like they're getting a lot more than just one product. And that's exactly what you guys are giving. So make sure you mention free on the images as well. And you can see just through the custom imagery we curated for this company, it's very, very simple. When I come to this particular page and I look at this image with the core product, everything else I'm going to be getting. So I absolutely love how also these images, they're all consistent. You can see through the color scheme, through the background, there's no confusion. It looks much more branded, and that's what you guys need to do as well. And that in itself is going to be a huge value driver, and making sure you have your guarantee once again front and center so people know that you guys really, really do stand behind your products, because this is where primary attention is going to go, right? We look at websites in either a Z pattern or an F pattern, okay? Meaning this is where all our attention is going to go front and center to begin with. And then we'll scroll to the headline and we'll make our way down. So that's what we would do in terms of images, change it all up, make sure everything's branded. It's going to increase the perceived value and thus justify the price even more. Okay. So that is what we would do there. Okay. Let's see what else we can do here. Okay. So barbells, we've all seen barbells, right? This is a product that is very, very common. So what sets us apart, right? This is all great stuff. But if I was to find a way to better articulate all of this content in a way that's condensed to mitigate one potentially saying, can I find a better price elsewhere? Can I look at a different location and see if I can get more value, more bang for my buck? What am I going to do? Well, I would basically create what we call a comparison chart. So when we look at this, we've basically found all the features that that particular product has within the marketplace. And we've basically said, we've done all the homework for you guys. This is what our brand does, and this is what all these other brands are failing to do. And because of that, you guys don't need to do any homework because we've done it for you, us versus other brands. Very, very, very powerful. And again, this is about building that value. Because what justifies a purchase? Value surplus. When someone believes the value they are getting is far greater than the price they are paying. So you guys are talking about how you can increase your initiate checkout rate to conversions. Well, you just simply need to increase the perceived value of your particular offering. Because later on in the funnel, when people are getting closer and closer to purchasing, they realize how much money they're actually spending, right? Because you guys have a bunch of upsells and cross sells and all that type of stuff. And people become more cautious. You know, their defense guards go up and they're in that frame of mind on whether or not this is the most amount of value that I'm going to be getting for my buck. And you guys have failed to do that across your particular product page. And I guarantee you, once this is recrafted, people will immediately understand at a whole different level what they're getting is just a fraction for the price they're paying. So that in itself is very, very beneficial. And again, real results, awesome. Showing people, showing their success, great. But literally showing the science behind it as well is very, very important. And I know you have to be cautious in terms of the claims you make. This is a company that does a great job. They're selling CBD gummies, and you know, they're selling to entrepreneurs. So entrepreneurs, they're like productivity freaks. They're like, how do I increase my productivity? How do I increase my productivity? Just so happens sleep has direct correlations with productivity. So we're like, look, you want to increase your total sleep. You want to increase your efficiency, restfulness, deep sleep, REM sleep. We're looking at biohack, right? We're looking to get more productive. Well, look, we've done the homework. With our product, this is the difference. With our product, you're going to lose 88% more fat than the next product. You're going to gain 77% more energy than the next product. Or you're going to get to this benefit much faster. So getting super specific and showing people the difference, because we're much more visual than we are just by articulating text or understanding text. And when you can do that, well, you've made the decision much more simpler, because now they can sort of visualize themselves getting to that end benefit, as opposed to sort of saying, well, you know, will it work for me, or did it just work for that person? Well, if we're giving you percentages of our success rate, if we're showing you science-backed studies that have taken X people to this outcome, why wouldn't it work for you? Again, this is just like, no one's reading this. We scan, we don't read, right? So if I was to re-articulate this, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, and 4. People want easy, they want fast, they don't want to know how to make this damn thing work, right? So I know for a fact it should be, you know, I think we did it for this company that we're in the process of designing for. As this loads, and just sort of how you guys have articulated this message, it's not done the right way. We follow a framework that's problem, agitate, and then solve the problem. So these are the problems you're solving: struggling with weight gain, loss of energy, loss of strength. And this should be done through imagery or through icons, front and center. Okay, this is the problem you're facing. Okay, now agitate that. Okay, and that's like basically saying, and if you can really understand your demographic to a T. Let's say you guys look at your Google Analytics, and you know a big percentage of people who are coming on the site and purchasing this product are females over 45. Females over the age of 45 experience X, Y, and Z disease as a byproduct of not doing this, and this. Or sorry, as a byproduct of not doing resistance training. And then really, really get deep on that. And that's going to evoke some type of fear. It's going to get people to sort of say, maybe that might be me. I don't want to be that person, right? But don't worry, there's a solution. You've agitated that problem, and now you would not present your testimonials. You would present what your product is doing: advanced fat loss, boost of energy, sculpt and tone, and then you'll show your testimonials. Blow it out of the park. Look right here. Look at this. Take the first step, train like a beast with the expert guidance, and then crush your fitness goals and be unstoppable. My God, if I look at that, I'm like, just take my credit card. It's so easy. You don't want people to feel like it's going to be a bunch of steps. I got to do all this myself. This is a done for you solution. Yes, you got to do some work, but we've done all the homework for you. And look, we give you the blueprint, which tells you literally step by step, day by day, what to do. We're going to hop on a coaching call with you. And now you're like, okay, all right, these guys are the real deal. And, you have all of this. Remember, the mind is constantly scanning. It's constantly distracted. I'm not going to remember all these gifts. Recap your offer right here. Like, this is horrible. Like, you guys are pushing people to a page. You want to maximize conversions. Forget about what you can also sell as a cross sell right here. This is where you have to re-emphasize your offer and get them back to the buy box. Okay. And you're not doing that. I've scrolled all around 90% of the page, and you don't have any call to actions that are going to take me right back to the above the fold section. You've lost me. Recap your offer and give me a buy box. Let me take action now, because now I'm sold. You're offering me all this value. You gave me a lot of information that I didn't feel I got at the above the fold section, but look, I'm sold now. So you need to recap your offer, and that way it's either you can add another buy box here, or you can have a killer offer that recaps everything and push people back to the buy box. Now, the buy box, a section where we can talk about for hours, but I'm trying to condense this to the best of my ability. I'm just going to show you some examples of sites with great buy boxes, and that way you guys can piece together all of this and what's going to be beneficial for you guys. So a common trend among some of these sites I'm showing you is their information is well segmented. Okay. And I'm a big believer that features tell, benefits sell. And when we talk about barbell with 46-pound weights, when we talk about, designed for women by women, these are all features. Benefits is becoming sexy and strong. But again, that's such a vague benefit. What does that mean? Dive into details, and we need to do a better job of that. I would condense this into 3 benefit-driven points. Forget about all the features. We would have a feature section below, and that would not detract from where we're going to take someone benefit-wise. When you look at this company, for example, get more fit in less time, save time and money, you time, train anywhere at any time. I know exactly if I purchase this product, what I'm going to be getting. Okay, great. So that answers a lot of the questions I have. Now, taking it a step further, look at what these guys are doing. Look how they articulate what they're giving out for free. Free is a psychological trigger that gets a lot of people to act. And I know you guys are giving out so much stuff for free. Imagine we create a little graphic that showcases all 4 things you're going to be giving out, and then having this front and center saying, look, you're going to get all this for free. Okay, great stuff. Again, these icons they don't cut it. So what we would do differently is obviously show people when we're going to be shipping the product, add some scarcity, build some more social proof. It doesn't hurt, guys. Adding social proof, adding PR does not hurt. It still works in 2023. And when you do add PR, making sure that you make statements that once again sell your products. So again, this is selling the product even on the PR section. So very big, very big. Making sure you have a lot more social proof below the add to cart, which is going to give people a lot more validation to actually click through, right? And that's a big goal of yours. And then from there, just understanding your audience and seeing what are some of the objections they're facing that we fail to answer. And that ties into your story and something that can easily be addressed through just condensing everything and getting straight to the benefits. So again, this is a huge direct-to-consumer brand. They're absolutely killing it, and they're not really doing much, but they understand the benefits need to be front and center. They got a case study or a review up above the fold section, and they're killing it. But again, the product images are very strong. They're doing a lot of the selling. In short, those are just a few suggestions I have for you guys. I could dive into a lot more detail, but I feel like this video is already much longer than it needs to be. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this. And I think the biggest thing is, like, we just have to aesthetically redesign this thing so it looks much better. 75% of users today judge a company's credibility just based off the design. It's the first thing. The second thing is we need to tell a better story. Since the dawn of time, the only thing that breaks through one's inability to sit is through storytelling. How do movie theaters get us to sit down for 2-3 hours and watch Avatar? It's because they tell a great damn story. And right now, there's just no cohesiveness in terms of how you've articulated the value of your products. And if I was to come to the site, I would just deem you guys as another company that's selling another commoditized product. I don't think you guys are a brand. You don't have that branded look and feel. It reduces the perceived value. It does not make me more inclined to want to purchase from you. It does not want me to figure out more about what you guys do. And that's why you've already lost half the battle. I see you guys have tried to incorporate this, pink look to it, but it's actually detracting from your messaging, in my opinion. It doesn't speak to, the value you guys are truly providing. When you look at these guys, like, we did the branding for them, you can see it's super clean, but it's also very subtle. It's not like just like brash of pink at us. Like, even the imagery it speaks, it's very loud and focused. Miracle. I mean, these guys, we didn't build this, but like these guys are just killing it, guys. They're killing it when it comes to their conversion mechanism. But you can see it's just such a clean design. The colors just contrasting. It's not too much to the eye. There's that visual hierarchy component. It makes my eye key in on particular elements with ease. And I'm just not confused in terms of the story they tell. They understand that user experience or the series of steps that end user is going through. And just look at how they've categorized the elements on this page. That's going to get you guys to a point where I honestly think 2% is you aiming low. There's so much room for improvement on this particular website. I know you guys are pushing people to your landing pages as well, but just looking at these 2 pages and nothing else, I'm telling you guys, the upside for conversions is massive. Design first, story second. They work in tandem with one another. Guys, this is Cam. Hopefully I didn't bore you, but I guarantee you, apply some of these tips and it'll make you a lot more money. Talk to you soon.